What is up, everyone? Thank you very much for joining me in this video. So bird flu outbreak we'll get to it. It's sort of out of control, kind of. Don't be afraid. But there is a $1, so I guess you can consider a penny stock, right? There is a $1 penny stock, which actually has pretty decent revenue. They actually have pretty decent revenue. We'll look at the financials. They have an awesome product, in my opinion. I really just, I think it's awesome. The product is awesome. It's available for sale globally. It's already selling. And it's a new technology that they came out with. So maybe it'll pick up more and all that stuff. And this stock, guys, was actually trading at nearly 15 US dollars, 16 US dollars in 2020, 2021, especially in 2020 when COVID had, when we found out for the first time in our lives what COVID was, what the heck is going on. And then we saw the stock market crashing down 70%, whatever it was, which was insane. And we thought we were, if you were trading at that time before 2020 and you had, you were trading for years like I was, and things were going smooth, and we had no idea of seeing COVID coming. We didn't even know what that was. Seeing the market crash in 2020, you thought it's over. My life is is over. I just lost everything forever. But things returned back super fast, so that was awesome. But yeah, so in this video, guys, we're going to talk about this penny stock that I want you to see, and I'm going to present you some critical information, then come up with your own decision and let me know in the comment section below what you think. Also, before I get to that penny stock though, I will talk to you about and review for you real quick an IPO, which I have to do, right, so I don't get blamed for not covering the IPOs, right? All right, guys, so you can skip the IPO part if you want, or watch it, because maybe this is an IPO that will pop on day one. All right, and before we get to the IPO and the bird flu penny stock, guys, about 3 hours ago, it was like 5:30 in the morning today in pre-market, I told everyone that I will buy NDRA for a quick day trade at 13 cents. Ended up selling it about, I don't think it was like 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes later at, what was that I sold it at? 0.1540. Yeah, so 2 cents up per share. Now that's not bad gain for, if the stock is that small, was like a 15-18% gain, something like that. That's not bad. Okay, that was a really good way to start off my morning. I made my money and I didn't have to stress that I need to force some kind of trade for the rest of the day. Will NDRA explode today? Probably, with my luck, but whatever. We'll see when regular hours start. Now, I also had told them that, okay, after I sold it at 0.15 cents, I posted another screenshot. I was here during pre-market hours, early pre-market, and basically bought it down here. I sold it, whatever, somewhere right up here, and then then it went down there. But whatever. We'll see what happens in regular trading hours. Also, guys, on May 31st, 2024. So May 31st, 2024, I told everyone in my Discord that I will buy Sentinel-1, ticker symbol S, right, at $16.80. Right now it's trading at $18.47. So we're doing awesome with that. If you want to join my Discord, the link will be in the comment section below. So let's go to the IPO, guys. OS Therapies Incorporation, OSTX. IPO price will be $4. 2 million shares is what they're going to offer. It is available on Webull to pre-order right now if you want to. Like I said, ticker symbol OSTX. So what's going on with this one? Well, OS Therapies Incorporated, guys, is a clinical stage biopharmaceutical company focused on the identification, development, and commercialization of treatments for osteosarcoma and other solid tumors. And they have a phase 3 already and approved. Actually, they're looking for a partner to get this commercialized, which kind of doesn't, I don't know, you've already had this thing approved, you're still trying to go public, and you still haven't commercialized it, you still haven't found a partner. Maybe it's not so good, I guess. They are offering 2 million shares. Brookline Capital Markets, guys, is the underwriter, which is a division of Arcadia Securities. And maybe I would pay attention to it, because maybe we'll have a small pop on day one, but nothing more than that. And I would not hold it past that at all, right? So that's just the way I would see that. So now, guys, let's go to the very important stock that I think people might want to pay attention to. I'm not calling it a buy for you. I can't. You'll have to decide that, guys, for yourselves. TOMI Environmental Solutions, now this was 2 days ago. TOMI Environmental Solutions supports partners and customers to combat global avian influenza bird flu outbreak. Does that sound like that's the reason that it must be a buy? No, anybody can say I support that or whatever, but there's something more to it. So what's more to it is partly is also their product offering that they offer, and I'll show you a small video right in a little bit of what they offer so you can get an idea. But the other things that I want you to pay attention to is things like this. On June 13, 2024, the Centers for Disease Control announced that 48 states and 50 jurisdictions have been impacted by the current outbreak of avian influenza, widely known as the bird flu. The highly contagious viral disease poses a severe threat to poultry and dairy farms and so on. This has actually been a problem even last year or 2 years ago. I remember there was talks of an outbreak and blah, 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 right? But it seems like in 2024, it's starting to boil towards something and a little more serious than the past. And then going over on June 14, 2024, which is basically the next day after this. So this was June 13. And then June 14, 2024, we have this. CDC continues to respond to the public health challenge posed by a multi-state outbreak of avian influenza, a virus, right? So it affects dairy, cows, and animals and all that stuff. Department of Agriculture, Food and Drug Administration, state public health and animal health officials, and other partners using One Health approach, and so on. The other thing I want to mention also is that TOMI Environmental Solutions says that they announced that the company is working closely with customers and partners to support efforts to combat the outbreak. And then here, when the pandemic had struck, the COVID pandemic, right, look how high it went. So if we had, let's say, a more serious level of the avian influenza, and it's starting to be called a pandemic or whatever, then you know that TOMI Environmental Solutions will do what it did with the COVID outbreak. It will explode all the way upwards, at least to $16, which is like 15 times what it is right now. It would be 15x the money. Does that mean that people should buy automatically now, take a simple TOMZ and wait and hope and all that stuff? I don't know. That's up to you. I can't tell you what to do. But let me show you real quick a video of what this company offers already, and I think it's pretty cool product offering.
Everyday exposure leaves millions of people unprepared and unprotected against deadly viruses, bacteria, mold, and other pathogens. How can we safeguard our world from what history has already shown to be a threat? How can we avoid another catastrophic pandemic? In the wake of the 2001 terror attacks, the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency supported the development of binary ionization technology, BIT, a revolutionary science that proved capable in defending against biological and chemical agents, including weaponized anthrax spores. TOMI Environmental Solutions recognized the wider potential of binary ionization and commercialized this innovative plasma science technology. TOMI SteraMist is a mobile, environmentally safe technology that can be rapidly deployed to kill deadly pathogens and bacteria on contact, even in the most sensitive environments. This aerosolized fog technology is the first EPA-registered solution and equipment combination for use as a hospital healthcare disinfectant. SteraMist's binary ionization technology relies on only one active ingredient, low-percentage hydrogen peroxide. In this patented two-step process, BIT solution is passed through TOMI's atmospheric cold plasma arc, resulting in the production of reactive oxygen species, primarily the hydroxyl radical, carried in a dense fog that spreads like a gas. Hydroxyl radicals are the same naturally occurring disinfecting force that keeps rivers and forests clean. The resulting mist reacts on contact, deactivating problem microorganisms and leaving no noxious fumes, residue, or trace in the environment, only oxygen and humidity. SteraMist's process is non-corrosive, non-caustic, fast-acting, and easy to implement in any facility's existing cleaning protocol. SteraMist provides superior quality and convenience, all while requiring a fraction of the time for treatment and turnover. SteraMist continues to lead the way in infectious disease control worldwide with low costs, effectiveness, and speed against deadly bacteria spores, fungi, and viruses. TOMI's American-made equipment is engineered to provide dependable functionality in any application. To custom-installed complete room decontamination systems, SteraMist has the solution.
All right, so going to the financials, guys, for TOMZ, TOMZ, the ticker symbol revenue. So in 2020, well, let's go back. 2019, our typical revenue that they always have, $6.35 million. Their revenue typically goes from $6 to $8 million, guys. 6, 7, 8, 7, around there. Because you don't have pandemics every year. But when you do have a pandemic, like in 2020, they went over $25 million in revenue. So that's, that's pretty cool. The total liabilities is just $5 million, so that's not bad. Total debt just $3 million, so awesome, right? Very low debt compared to the revenue. We can look at the net income, negative 3.4, and the net free cash flow is negative 1.5. Analysts give this company an average price right now of $3.50 as a prediction, right? So they predict that the stock will go to $3.50. What I don't like about the stock, right? Well, to be honest, you don't really have to have a pandemic to have higher revenues. You can't just stick around $6-7 million bucks every year. They, even if you don't have any severe pandemics, just finding ways of, now that people are more conscious about cleaning and environment and bacteria and all that stuff and viruses, they should have found a way to generate more sales, right? I don't know, find some way to, commercial and say to businesses that they should, on a regular basis or more often than before to, clean their buildings and all that stuff. I don't know. So I just don't really see them growing their revenue. They did it once with the 2020 pandemic and the stock did awesome. And then they went back again to pre-pandemic levels. That I didn't like. But that's it. Other than that, based on what is going on with the bird flu and from what we see from the CDC website and reading things that I see, like I showed you, it seems that maybe the stock might have an upside potential. I wish you guys all the best and take care.